You may not be frustrated, but maybe you're paranoid, Gemini. It's like you know something's going to happen before it happens, but at the same time, you're anxious about it happening. You could be fighting with someone in your past, or someone that you grew up with, or someone that was a friend. What's going on for Gemini? There's a Pisces or Aquarius around you, maybe even a Scorpio. This person was tolerant. They were compassionate. Maybe they shared some type of space with you. There was some type of balance here. But at the same time, you felt like there was some type of impulsive like lies or sneakiness or backhanded compliments or whatever, and you felt like that something was a burden. So you were going through the issues or the challenges as much as you could. You did everything that you felt like you could to kind of hold on to the scenario, but you felt like you were just too much in your head. And so at this point in time, you started to find a new creative idea or a new opportunity, so that way you can get out of it. Something could change for you. Okay. Maybe you felt stuck. You were burnt out. You were restless on getting something to change. You didn't really want to hold on to a situation in which you felt very paranoid by. Okay. So you were optimistic about some type of like, oh, I'll give myself some type of false success. I'll do this impulsively. You're like, okay, well, it shouldn't give me too much of a, it shouldn't throw me off track too much. You were positive something was going to be okay. But maybe now that you're realizing that you have some type of anxiety about what's to come in or some type of news, maybe you feel like you have to rediscover some type of stability in or finances. But you're also trying to give yourself compassion because you know you were going against the rules, or you were, going against what you needed to do secretly. You knew there was something was toxic about this. You were just confused on how something was going to fall apart and or just, basically self-destruct. Okay. So it's like you're worried about your home. Let's say you got a car under a false name, or you got some type of property or something under a false name. It's like, okay, well now I'm concerned because I got some type of message or letter that I may have to move, or there may be some type of issue or judgment or something like that that's going on, and you're trying to figure out how you can play the long game. But maybe you're still trying to show up and, work or do everything that you got to do when it comes to your career. You're still trying to be successful in order trying to get some type of finances, because it's like, okay, well, even though shit is bad, I at least have to work a way to find myself out of the situation. And I can do so by being balanced and trying to balance my disappointment and emotions, coming to work feeling very fulfilled and having some type of desire to help other people. And so that way I can make a clear judgment on what I need to do to get something to work out in my favor. You want to feel supported. Okay. What else for Gemini? You also may need to focus on why you're bored. Maybe when it comes to love offers, who you're giving love to and why. What's going on for Gemini? Something may hit a little too close for home. So it's like either you are a reader, you're watching a reader, or you randomly have a conversation with someone and they just say something, you're like, wait, they resonated a little too much. Or maybe this is what people are saying about you if you are a reader. Okay. So you're going to get some type of success and or recognition. You're going to be making the right steps and or making progress in something, getting something accomplished. You're not fully getting something completed, but when it comes to a milestone, you've hit it and you've taken steps after it. Okay. You're definitely working to have some type of peace or resolution and or restart. You feel a little tired though, but again, you're looking at to what's coming and what you're putting your energy towards and what's practical going forward. Good job. You also may have to hold yourself back from somebody that you feel like is moody. They could be aggressive and authoritative from time to time, even though they got some type of career or they have some type of strong leadership to themselves. They're still unstable. Or this is dealing with someone that you feel like they got really good positive vibes to them, and then things about them that are not positive, so you don't know how you feel about them. Especially if this is a masculine. This could be a Virgo, a Leo, a Pisces, an Aquarius, an Aries, a Scorpio, or Sagittarius. Maybe a Sagittarius and a Capricorn. Heavy on Sagittarius though. You don't know how you feel about this person. Or you're dealing with multiple people. You could be. You could be the one that's being strategic, and it's like, okay, well, I use this person, this Virgo and this Leo, who ain't really got shit, but they can give me money. They confused, or they don't really understand, or how I'm playing with them, so I use them for money. When it comes to this water sign, like, I'll tell them the truth about stuff because they don't really give a damn, but you know, they can care less about me supporting somebody else or me confusing this earth sign or whatever the case may be. You don't give a damn about the situation. Then there's a fire sign or a Scorpio. And you feel like this person is someone that's charming. They have some type of courage. Maybe you want to reconcile with this person, but you're unsure of how things stand with y'all. And so you kind of just like keeping your eyes open on a new start, but you feel like at the point that this person's like, yeah, I'm completely done. It's just like, okay, well, what can I do from here? I'm going to have to detach and redirect myself to someone else. And that's why you got people in the background. Okay? You got a lot of people around you, especially if you're a feminine. Okay. What else we got for Gemini? You need to release some type of fear. Okay? You may be confusing yourself and or tormenting yourself. Understand that there are some people that will support you, that will help you get some type of balance and or see things just for as they are. Okay? So yes, you seeing the bigger picture is going to help you. At the point that you feel confused, this was like concise. The point that you feel confused or indecisive, understand that when you're fixated on something, or when you're fixated on something going your way, how you can kind of just, you know, drop the edge, get out the paranoia bag, and then figure out what's in. So I was just talking and it wasn't recording. So if you are a content creator, you do things online, something with your volume could be going on, or maybe you're talking and it's like nobody can hear you, or you're a streamer or something like that. Maybe you're listening to something or a podcast and it's just like, oh blank. You're like, well, what the fuck happened to that? So anywho, don't isolate yourself when it comes to some type of burden and or responsibility, okay? You may feel some type of stress of having to prioritize and or adapt to some type of situation, but as a team, I feel like you can figure out what you can do. There's maybe somebody in your circle who you feel like is like very dominant about what you know and or who you are, and or your community, so you have to, you know, be truthful and clear in your mind about how you work with this person. Especially if you feel like this person lacks focus and ambition, okay? So it's like you got to work around people that you don't really want to be around because of the scenario. All right. It's also given, maybe you have to talk to somebody about what's going on, and like you don't really want to hear them ramble. You don't really want to hear their response, but you know you got to talk to them anyway, or you got to go tuck your tail. So you go tell them something, but then you mute them while they're talking, or whatever the case may be. It's like, I don't really want to hear this. I just got to tell you this, or I just got to get this off of me. All right. What's going on with Gemini? You may be waiting to see how somebody responds to something. You're like, okay, I don't really know exactly how something is going to play out, or how much people fuck with this, or how much, you know, whatever the case may be. You're just going to, it's like, I'm just going to give it a chance and just see what happens. Somebody's not communicating directly, or they're wanting you to read between the lines. They want you to figure something out, but for yourself. There also could be a masculine here. This person always says or thinks that he has something to do, or it's like, oh yeah, I'm busy, or you know, I'll let you know, or this and the third. Maybe they have their own business or whatever the case may be. They don't really have some type of desire when it comes to love right now, but they have different people around them that they're not healing things with. This could be you, an air sign, as well as a fire sign. What is the earth sign doing with the fire sign? They're trying to beat this person up. They're giving them like, oh yeah, you know, I'm making you feel good. I'm giving you everything that you desire. I want you to feel like you're on top of a pedestal. They want them to feel like they're the only option. They're manipulating this fire sign at this point in time. They are. They're being very strategic right now when it comes to, they're playing chess with this person. Does this person know? No, not right now. They feel some type of burden when it comes to this person, or they feel some type of burden when it comes to their finances. So they letting this person like lead them straight into hell. Like, I'm not even being funny. It's like, okay, well, I'm following your guidance. I'm listening to what you're saying. You're giving me money. You're helping me out of this situation. And they're leading them right into a heartbreak, right into a lesson, right into it. And it's going to end up in some type of issue. And they're going to have to change. They're going to have to find their own balance. Okay? They lead somebody else down a rabbit hole. When it comes to you in this earth sign, maybe you feel like you guys are just friends now. It's like, okay, well, I just, you know, sit back and just watch the picture. Or I watch them somehow, some way, hang out with other people. Or, you know, you take the opportunity when you want to. Or maybe when you're in your head, you take the opportunity to deal with this person. But I feel like you're working on balancing yourself and on just maturing in general, especially secretly. It's like, yeah, I'm getting out of this. I'm working on myself. I don't really care to do this anymore. You're being strategic about some type of message, a target or something, a goal that you're trying to hit. And you're like, yeah, I'll grow a relationship. I want to be in something that's going to grow, and I'll have the clarity to do so at the point that I'm moving forward. And I got some type of balance in myself. But right now, I'm not worried about that. You're looking at the bigger picture. Okay. But if you had a question, yes, they are trying to get somebody else to go down the rabbit hole that you just got out of. Okay. Alright. Something could just like randomly hit you. It's like, damn, so this is what's going on? Like, damn, is this for me? Like, damn. But I don't know. I don't know if this is like, it's like you don't want it to be for you, but you know that it is. What is this? What is it that you don't want it to be for you? You know that you're working on something that's unstable, or you're working with someone that's unstable, or you're working to master something and it's not really it's not helping you. So it's like, okay, well, I'm working to make sure I pay these bills, but whatever the case may be, you're still in debt, or you're working to pay. There's something that's just not showing you the return that you're putting in from the efforts, even though you're being practical. Something also could be going on with your job, especially if you have like a office job, or you are on teams a lot. It's like somebody knows, like, okay, well, I'm good at what I do, but this team or whatever is not working when it comes to some type of stability, and it's a burden. So it's like, okay, well, you were talking to your coworker that was working or focused, and they're like, hey, yeah, well, we don't have enough room for you on the team. So in order to stabilize, it's going to be a lot of a burden. So they had to make a choice, and it's like, okay, well, you're like, I don't know, am I included in this choice? Am I included in this layoff, or what's going on? When it comes to your family, you could be trying to figure out how you can, again, plan for the future. You may know somebody that wants to work on some type of debt, and maybe they're trying to make some type of plans for themselves because they feel some type of burden of a relationship. This could be a relationship with an Aries, a relationship with their child's father, a relationship with the earth sign. If this is not them, this could be you feeling burdened. Maybe you went to go stabilize with someone's child's father. And maybe you feel like ever since then you've been like steady on the go when it comes to some type of challenge and or making something work. But again, we got multiple men here. Something ended your job, something ended your career. It's like you've been facing karma, or you've been dealing with something ever since. What's your advice? I feel like y'all are starting to be down and out because I'm starting to space out. It's kind of like, I don't even know what I'm doing today. I don't really know. You need to make a decision when it comes to what it is that you want to work on, what changes you want to see in your life, what is it that you want to build. Again, this is like, I'm in my head, I'm kind of depressed, I just don't want to talk to anybody. I'm just sitting on the subway until it gets to the end. I'm going to sit on the subway until it get back. I ain't got really shit to do. Focus your attention. Even if it's like a restart, you're trying to balance your mind. Focus it on a particular thing that you want to tackle and do it with love. Somebody in your family could be lying. Somebody that you created a family with could be lying. Cookie lying. Somebody could, especially if you're a baby's father and y'all were married, your child's mother could be coming back in. Because I'm thinking about the scene when she walked in. She was like, where's your grandfather? Lucius. She playing you, Lucius. Like, so somebody that's coming in, or maybe you're not married to this person yet. Maybe you are going to get married to this person, right? And this person's a mother and they're being practical at this point. They're working on something, or maybe you kind of just like, I just want to explore, kind of get out. I'm just dealing with some type of issue right now. I just want to have a good time and just see what kind of comes my way. Well, somehow, some way you meet this person and they tell you that the person that you're dealing with was playing you. And they're like, yeah, she playing you. You need to leave this alone. And she's like, you better get gone. Bye, boo-boo kitty. Bye. And so you like, yeah, go on, boo-boo kitty. You get out of here. This is my wife. This is my family. She's like, this family business. And you're like, yeah, let's go on a ride. Let's go on a trip, or I don't know. Something like that. So even if y'all got into an argument, if the person that you know that y'all supposed to be together, or the person that you watching somehow, some way, you know that y'all supposed to be together, somebody gonna come in like, yeah, I'm ready to defend this. whether you or them. It's like, yeah. And even if it's you, if you know somebody and you know, like, oh yeah, that's the person I want to be with, and they got a baby daddy that's still like in their ear and still trying to annoy them, or they got a baby mama, you kind of like, yeah, bye. That's mine, bye. Go on about your business. And you gonna stand up for it. Alright, I don't even know if we should talk about love right now, because I feel like y'all got other things going on. Let's talk about your finances. Let's talk about it. We don't need to talk about no sex. We don't need to know who wants to sleep with y'all. What's going on with your finances? Right now, there's not a big change, but there is a commitment. There is something that you have to get paid for, or there is something that you know that's coming long term. Okay? You also may be receiving some type of help when it comes to this conflict. Somebody may give you some type of generous support, or somebody may help you when it comes to you cutting corners, or whatever the case may be. You will be able to get something paid off and or just figure out what's next for you, but you need to tap into the unknown and or just save right now until this happens. Okay? Especially if you already know it's coming. Alright, we're gonna cut this short for y'all today. Something about a Taurus could be important. Was it Taurus? I think it's Taurus, because they also was having technical issues with their stuff, and their reading got cut short too. Something has and or is about to change. Somebody could be searching for a reason to start a fight. Make sure it's not you. Somebody could be impressed by your sex. Oh, see, I do want to talk about sex. All right. And so it's also giving, like, you meet somebody and they're like, no, I'm not just trying to sleep with you. I just want to have a good time. I want to date you, da-da-da-da. And then when y'all get on a date, they're like, oh, you know, you smell so good. And it's like, oh, okay. Oh, so now I understand. You have some type of package delay, okay? So I'm just going to leave you speechless by the end of this weekend. You may feel like there's some type of favoritism between siblings, or between your sibling. Your child could feel like there's favoritism between siblings. Okay, you can create and redefine your own. Who's looking for the start a fight? We about to blow them up. What song is that? We have this a girl fight. It's about to be a girl fight. I don't know. It could be a girl. There's a lot of criticism because of a contract. You could be needing to go to the beauty supply store, but at the same time, you got to watch your expenses. Somebody is moving very weird because something is going completely slow and they have to start over. Okay, they could definitely be watching your videos and or somehow looking at your tattoos. I don't know if they're up close and personal. Okay, something could be right in front of your face and you're missing it. Who wants to start a fight? This could be an Aquarius, Gemini. This could be you. This could be the initial E, a Pisces, a Leo, the initial I, the initial P. This could be somebody online or a Libra. They also could be wanting you to pick a fight. So like they send a message to you to try to trigger you to fight with somebody else or some shit like that. That they're doing it intentionally, okay? They mad, so they want you to be mad. Don't be mad.